Good morning, everyone. Today is December 19th, Sunday. It's a few minutes past 10:30, and I've undergone my second and also the last compulsory testing in this community testing center (CTC) at Yuen East Community Hall, as required. It's morning. There were more people, slightly more people, but you don't really need to queue. You don't really need to book. You just need to register yourself using not only the Leave Home Safe QR code and also with your ID details, so that they can send and also your phone number, so that they can send the test result or test confirmation to the right person, to the right phone number, and the whole process again, it only takes a couple of minutes, few minutes, pretty smooth. And you can see, oh wow, it's free. You don't need to tap on your Octopus card today, because today it's the election of legislative council in Hong Kong, and I am not eligible to vote because I'm not usually living in Hong Kong, but the government announced they would offer free public transport. not totally free, mostly free, such as buses. So that's why I will utilize this opportunity to take free public transport to travel around Hong Kong, as in not only New Territory but also Kowloon and also Hong Kong Island. And as you can see, I'm standing downstairs of the double deck bus, because probably Sunday and free public transport, and people want to use this opportunity to travel around, and it's pretty full. Now I'm at opposite Australia Dairy Company, 澳洲牛奶公司 at Park Street here in Jordan. As you can see, not even until afternoon. It's just now. Time now. It's almost 11:30 in the morning, and you can see the queue. It's very long. Probably I will need to queue after a while. But the queue, it tends to be moved pretty smoothly, pretty quickly. Fun fact why it's called Australia Dairy Company, because the owner works in a Australian farm back in the 1940s, according to the Wikipedia. So keen to try it. Haven't tried for a while. From where I live in Yuen to here, you can take Tuen line and then walk from Austin Station, but it's a bit too long of walk. Or you can take Tuen line instead to Mayfu, but you also need to walk to another side of Mayfu Station to take the Tsuen line to Jordan. So just now, as you can probably see, I took direct bus 268X directly to Jordan, so you don't need to change. And then I just walk from Woosung Street, which is the closest bus stop. That's a lot closer compared to if you walk from Austin Station or Jordan Station. So without further ado, I would join the queue and try the food and drink here in Australian Dairy Company here in Parker Street, Jordan. You can travel for free mostly, not only in New Territories, Kowloon and Hong Kong Island, but also Lantau Island as well. And now I'm at Jordan Station, which is the closest station to the Australia Dairy Company. As you can see, you can also travel free on MTR lines except on Airport Express, and you don't need to tap on your Octopus card, to tap off as well. All you need is just push the turnstile, and then you can just enter and leave the station freely without any cost. After lunch, I'm now heading to Hong Kong Island to visit Central Market, which was recently, not recently opened, but for a while. But I was not yet back in Hong Kong. So the closest station to Central Market is obviously Central. As you can see, I'm now in Jordan, stopping all stops at Tsim Sha Tsui, you can change at Tim Sa Choi for Tuen Ma line, change at Admiralty for Island line towards Taiwan, and also South Island line. Then to Central, you can change at Central for Island line to Kennedy Town, or walk to Hong Kong to change Tung Chung line or the Airport Express. After a few stops of Tsuen Wan line from Jordan to Central, then few hundred meters of walk in few minutes. Now I'm at Central Market, one of the exits at probably Queens Road Central, if I'm correct. As its name suggests, Central Market used to be an actual market, but now it kind of renovate for art and creation purposes. So without further ado, I will head inside to see what it is, how it's going, and be sure to follow my Facebook and Instagram so you'll see what I posted in terms of like regular posts or stories, so you won't miss out them. A bit of a toilet break here in Central Market. So not only some arts and creation, but also some live performances and also some restaurants and cafes restaurants. I mean, restaurants such as cafes, and even some free food and drink for you to try here in Central Market. So talking about the lunch that I had in Australia Dairy Company in Jordan, I ordered the classic lunch set as in that's available from 12 noon onwards. I have, yes, lunch set. So it comes with toast with butter. You can change from toast to bread, but toast tastes better. Ham with fried egg. You can change to scrambled egg, which is a bit more popular in Australian Dairy Company, but I tried like a couple of years before, so this time I tried fried egg. So it's two fried egg and then barbecue pork in barbecue pork in spaghetti chicken soup. You can change spaghetti to macaroni, but I chose spaghetti to represent the East and West fusion because spaghetti is Western, barbecue pork is Eastern. Yeah, spaghetti Western, barbecue pork and Eastern. And for the complimentary drink, I got myself a hot coffee with tea, which is in Canto called Yuen. But this hot coffee with tea is a bit special because normally for hot milk tea or coffee, they would use some evaporated milk called Tang Lai to make the drink. But this time I specially requested to use the condensed milk, Lin Lai, to make the hot coffee with tea. So the difference is with condensed milk, you don't need to add extra sugar because it's already sweet enough, and I add coffee instead of like milk tea itself to try to balance the bitterness or the sweetness with the drink. So I ordered hot coffee with tea with condensed milk instead of evaporated milk, and I got myself extra, and that's a la carte, a cold steamed milk pudding with egg white, which is in Canto called Dan Ba Dan Xin Lai. Some people like hot, some people like cold at the same price though, but I like cold steamed milk pudding because I don't know, I prefer cold pudding, and the texture is pretty smooth. It's just melt in your mouth. The barbecue pork, you probably can't see in the video or what I posted on Facebook and Instagram stories or regular posts, but the barbecue pork, like adequate amount, is just hidden in the spaghetti with the chicken soup, but they are quite some of the pieces and it tastes really tender. I think it's kind of half fat, half thin barbecue pork, so it's not too oily or not too greasy. So this restaurant, it's a bit special. I mean, not special, but quite popular because of the fast-paced service. As long as you sit down, the staff will take your orders and will take food first. Once you finish the food, then they will ask for your drink, and then you will just pay. And it always with a long queue. I waited for around 20 minutes, which is not that long because the queue moves pretty smoothly because the customers always like come in and out, come and go quickly. So that's the characteristics of this restaurant, Australian Dairy Company in Jordan. So not for like those slow paced chill dining. So if that's for you, if you want like try like the Hong Kong fast-paced style, then this Cha Chan Teng Australia Dairy Company in Jordan would be the classic choice for you. After a while in Central Market, now up in the stone slab street of Pottinger Street, I'm now craving for Gelato Messina, the Hong Kong one here in Central Pottinger Street. So there is some Gelato Messina, I mean quite a lot of stores across Sydney, and they have, if I'm correct, the first overseas store a while ago, maybe like a couple of months ago here in Pottinger Street Central. I will be keen to try the flavors of the one Gelato Messina here in Central in Hong Kong. Let's see. So I got myself 3 scoops in cone because you can eat the cone as well. So my 3 flavors from the top to the bottom are Hong Kong milk tea, tofu pho, and egg tart. These three are some of the Hong Kong special flavors in this Gelato Messina in Pottinger Street Central, Hong Kong. So I fact-checked a bit about Gelato Messina, the one in Hong Kong. So there are 20 stores in Australia, 14 in New South Wales, 4 in Victoria, 2 in Queensland, and 2 in Australian Capital Territory. And this one in Hong Kong recently opened in October this year, yes, as in October 1st, 2021. And the flavor I like, I think it's Hong Kong milk tea, because it tastes pretty similar, whereas tofu, it's okay. You can feel like the taste of tofu at the end, but egg tart, little bit I'm disappointed, because I kind of taste like the salted egg version. I mean, not salted egg version, as in the taste of the egg in the this flavor egg tart gelato. It tastes like an egg, salted egg, not really, you know, the custard egg. But in general, it's pretty interesting to try Gelato Messina in Hong Kong, because apart from the 30 regular flavors, yes, you can choose from 30 regular flavors for the gelato. You can choose also 5 Hong Kong limited gelato. I mean limited taste, because there are 5 tastes which is typical for Hong Kong, and I picked 3 of them. So they are again egg tart, Hong Kong milk tea, and tofu pho. And also 5, I think, weekly taste. They will change once weekly. So yeah, pretty interesting. And now I already bought the bus from Exchange Square, 交易廣場, which is a bit of walk from the Gelato Messina, but you would walk past through a Central Market again. And now I'm boarding the bus here from Central Exchange Square bus terminus all the way to Stanley, which is down the southeast of Hong Kong Island. So here, Central, it's Central and Western District. Stanley, down southeast part of southeastern part, sorry, of Hong Kong Island. It's Southern District. So there are several buses from here Central to Stanley, 6A, 6X, and 260. 6X and 260 are the fastest, because they go through, past Aberdeen Tunnel, 香港仔隧道, instead of climbing up the hill, whereas 6 and 6A will pass through Stubbs Road, 司徒拔道, and Wong Nai Chung, which is a bit slower. And now I bought the bus here, 6X from Central to Stanley, and again it's free to take public transport today, thanks to the legislative council election, and this applies to different companies, bus companies as well. So not only Kowloon Motor Bus Company, that the bus I took from Yuen to Mong Kok, and also here Citybus from Central to Stanley as well, and also railway like Tsuen line just now I took from Jordan to Central. It's all free today. Finally to Stanley, but now I'm at another public toilet, but this one is in Stanley Village, Tsuen. So there's something I need to amend. So just now I mentioned 6A does not does not pass Aberdeen Tunnel, but actually 6A also passes Aberdeen Tunnel to, between Central and Stanley. And there is another bus, so totally 5 buses going from Central to Stanley, apart from 6A, 6X, and 260 from Citybus. NWFB also operates a bus from Central to Stanley, and it passes through Stubbs Road, 司徒拔道, as I mentioned, and it's Wong Nai Chung Gap Road, Wong Nai Chung Halfway, instead of Wong Nai Chung Road, Wong Nai Chung Dot, Wong Nai Chung Gap Road. That's NWFB 66, along with 6, they go pass through Stubbs Road and Wong Nai Chung Gap Road, whereas 6A, 6X, and 260, these 3 buses pass through Aberdeen Tunnel. People, mountain people 是人生日季. Now I'm at Stanley Plaza for the Wild West Adventure Christmas Market, which is from 12 noon to 8 p.m. on today, 19th, 18th, yesterday, already 11th and 12th, and also 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th of December. So it's basically last weekend, this weekend, and next weekend, with also the day after Boxing Day and the day before Christmas. Why people, mountain people 是人生日季? Because that's already a lot of people inside, but here is the queue. The queue is like all the way over there, and then the turn all the way over up there, and then to turn all the way inside this Stanley Plaza Wild West Adventure Christmas Market. Oh, that's my so-called dinner. I want to try other food and drink, but unfortunately, because the market closes at 8, some stores already cut the line. But I'm still thankful I could enter the venue. Enter the market after queuing for around 35 minutes, whatever. So that's my drink. Christmas mood wine. Double chocolate cake and coriander dumplings. So there are 3 dumplings, and I asked them to add some soy sauce and chili oil. Yes, some soy sauce and chili oil to enhance the flavor of the dumplings. So now finally I'm going back home. So since I live in Yuen, I would obviously need to change several times. So here from Stanley Village bus terminus, I'm now taking 260 down to Central Exchange Square bus terminus. So it's terminus to terminus. As I mentioned, there are 5 buses between Central and Stanley, 6X, this one 260 and 66. I now took the 260 because it comes first. I could have changed direct bus from somewhere around like Wan Chai, Admiralty or Central, the 960 back to Yuen bus directly. However, if I change 260 into 968, somewhere like Wan Chai, Admiralty or Central will be a bit too far, not a reasonable walking distance for bus interchange. So I would take instead Chung line at Hong Kong, because Exchange Square is very close to railway station. So I would take Chung line from Hong Kong to Nam Chong. The Nam Chong change now not called West Rail Line, it's called Tuen line from Nam Chong back to Yuen Long. So that's the end of this special Sunday vlog, because of the Legislative Council election, which I'm not eligible to participate in, but thankfully there is free public transport, mostly, right? So I do not understand the purpose of the Legislative Council election for free public transport, because you're supposed to vote based on, according to where you live. But when there is a public transport for free, like this, especially Sundays, why I would not take this opportunity to freely travel around Hong Kong? So sorry, Lantau Island, but I did most from New Territories to Kowloon, the Australiadairycompany in Jordan for lunch, and then Hong Kong Island for Central Market, a bit of walking, and also Gelato Messina, then down to Stanley for Stanley Plaza Wild Adventure Christmas Market. It is like a lot of people. The queue, the instructions were not, to be positive, could be a bit clearer, so there would be less confusion. I want to try other food, but unfortunately the time might be not enough, because it's only from 12 noon to 8 p.m. It closes at 8 p.m, which seemed a bit early. So I don't know, but at least I could still enter and then try the mood wine, which is very classic for winter, you know, alcoholic drink for Christmas, and the double chocolate cake. It's actually pretty big, really chocolatey, which is really appreciated. And also for the coriander dumplings. I mean, if you like dumplings, then you will like it, and I mean like it. And it's crispy, and it's a wise choice to add some soy sauce and chili oil to enhance the flavor. Otherwise, it might taste a bit bland. So yeah, finally I'm going back home. So that's the end of this Sunday vlog. Hopefully you will enjoy by clicking the like button of this channel, YouTube channel, and follow my Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, so you won't miss out. And I will see you in the next video. Have a good night and see ya. Fun fact, I got this Sandy Girl walking sleeve from the activity in the Stanley Plaza. So you want to throw 5 rings in different sizes into different empty Sandy Girl beer bottles, and then you will get different prizes according to how many rings you can put into the empty bottle respectively. So I got 2 out of 5, like 40% accuracy, and I got this present.